Hey guys, John Scott here for WrestleLine, and we're back with another watch along. This time from WrestleMania 2000. We're doing the match between Edge and Christian, the Dudley Boys, and the Hardy Boys. And of course, it was in the triangle ladder match for the WWF Tag Team Championship from WrestleMania 2000. So, guys, as always, I encourage you to put on your WWE Network, fire it up now. You want to go to WrestleMania 16 or 2000, whatever they're putting that down as now, and you want to go to the time on the screen of 1 hour and 12 seconds. So that's 1 hour, 12 seconds. I'll let you get that now. Pause it, obviously, and then come back to us. And on the count of one, we are going to go. So it's 1 hour, 12 seconds. On the count of one, we're going to all press play. 3, 2, 1. And here we go. So, yeah, this should be pretty decent, I would imagine. I can't remember the last one. I think I actually saw WrestleMania 17, the tables, ladders and chair match, much more recent than this one. But it's, I knew we had to get WrestleMania 2000 in because I'd done, obviously, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, so it really needed to put this one in into the 10 years ago, 30 years ago, and this was the one that was missing. Crazy to think this is like 20 years old. I mean, my goodness, it's unbelievable when you say it out loud like that, because you know, if you went back 20 years before this at WrestleMania 6, things were so different, but wow. And obviously Edge, who we can now see in the ring, is back for, he's going to be around for this year's WrestleMania, of course. He's made his return. And, these two, the Hardy Boys, they're still going, still around. Obviously Matt Hardy now in AEW. Jeff just recently gone back to the WWE, so amazing to think that, even here, this is them in their prime. They'd had like a bit before this, and they're still going very much to this day. As always, let's give you a little bit of information about this WrestleMania then. I think it's worth pointing out, this was not... I don't think this WrestleMania lived up to the billing of what they wanted it to be. The main event, it wasn't great. It was very weak. In my opinion, I liked the ending, the fact that a heel won, and my co-host Matt, actually, he would definitely go along with that as well. Like, I think that was one of his, when he was like quite into Triple H. So we kind of share that, but I think for the rest of the card, it was a little bit lacking. They had matches like Boss Man and Bull Buchanan against Godfather and D'Lo. They had this massive hardcore battle royal thing going on. TNA up against Al Snow and Steve Blackman. It was just a bit, I don't know, it just had too many like tag matches going on and stuff. And then you got this in there as well. As we start this thing off very quick out the gates, there's the Dudleys now entered this match. So this match really, for me, this is quite early on in the show, and like obviously it's just gone past the hour mark. This is probably for me when things start to pick up and this WrestleMania starts to look like something special, because this match, and I would say the triple threat match for the Intercontinental title and European Championship between Jericho, Angle and Benoit, was probably the next best, I would say, to this one. So yeah, this came obviously the year 2000, the whole Millennium theme was all about this one, from California. The last time they'd been in this building was WrestleMania 12, so they'd gone back. Now the attendance, obviously the WWE attendance, is 19,776 at this one, and the tagline for this, a McMahon in every corner. It certainly was as well. But the match we're watching, I think hopefully it's definitely going to bring us some excitement. Of course, this is pre the Money in the Bank, but this certainly, I would say, it sort of gave that life to breed that kind of a match coming about when Jericho kind of thought up the idea in, obviously, another, 5 years after this, 2005 when that hit. But this certainly helped. But the ladder match in general, like, it wasn't a massive thing in WWE as much as it should have been. Even though they'd had that classic ladder match between Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels, they did have other ladder matches, but not at WrestleMania sort of status. And so to have it in the tag team was a real new thing as well. But it was obviously it worked out ideal, and it was super exciting as we're about to see that. And I'm kind of curious to see how they worked these earlier matches out, because when you see the sort of multiple person ladder match now, everything seems really kind of overthought, like too much, I would say. But back here, I can imagine that because it was quite new, it was more of a bit more spontaneous. We see Jeff Hardy flying, pretty much chucking himself into that ladder. That is him all over, and Christian doing the same. Boom! Wow, it's totally going. Obviously, the Dudleys arrived. This was their first WrestleMania from ECW. And when they first come in, I really wasn't too sure what to make of them. I kind of was like, what is the big fuss about? Because I hadn't really seen them much in ECW at this point. I had to go back on ECW and find out more about these guys. But as soon as I saw their ECW work, I was like, wow, these guys will definitely fit in. And, that again, they took to WWE really, really well, actually, when you think about it. But they're one of those teams that's like, because they came in with this crazy gimmick, and the look of them sometimes, you can kind of misread who they are and what their ability is. As we see Jeff Hardy now climbing to the top. This guy was all about risks. Oh man, that was crazy. Gotta hurt. There's no way out of that, right? I like the fact there's like two things going on at once. It's pretty cool. Gonna see a replay. Nice. Had like a lot of emails from you guys, really good ones as well about the watch-alongs and that. And I know you've been asking, am I gonna stick around as much after WrestleMania? I'm not going to be able to do daily podcasts because, even though I'm currently in isolation, I have to work from home, and it's been okay doing it this week, but it's also been a little bit difficult to always guarantee something every single day. But what I am going to do, because the watch-alongs have gone down really well, I'm going to give you guys the heads up first before anybody else knows about it. But for everybody listening on this show, what I've decided to do is a brand new concept show that is going to be watch-along, but it's only going to be watch-along matches from all the... And I thought, only because of the title of it, I just thought it fits really, really well. And it's something that doesn't get a lot of attention. I don't want to keep doing watch-alongs that have been exposed and they're all out there already and tons of reviews about, because I just think it's kind of... You can overdo things. I don't mind for WrestleMania so much, but if I'm going to carry on, as we see Bubba Ray, man, I hate seeing that sometimes, because I saw a guy do that in Mexico once, and it went badly wrong when he put his head in there. One of the other opponents just accidentally ran into it, and it sort of snapped his neck back a bit. It was just not a good image. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, what I'm going to decide to do is I'm going to have an in-your-house watch-along. So all the any match from any WWE in-your-house pay-per-view, if you guys want to request certain matches, let me know, and I'll if I think there's enough votes for it or it's worth doing, I'll do it. And I'll just pick, I'm not going to do the whole pay-per-view, but I'll pick certain matches, probably main events really and stuff like that, or key matches on the show, but they have to be an in-your-house pay-per-view. So when it started to, I forgot the last, I think it might have gone up to, I think it was between 95 when it first started, and then it ran to about the end, or was it? Yeah, I think it was the end of '97. I think where it was, or it might have gone into '98 slightly. Just watching this match, I'm sorry, I'm really not doing it a service, but I'm just giving you guys a heads up. But yeah, it'll be between like that and whatever the pay-per-view was called. I think it was D-Generation X pay-per-view, between those years. So you got like a good 2.5 years worth of in your house pay-per-views to select from. But yeah, I'm basically going to do that, and it won't be sort of like daily, but I'm going to try and do maybe like 2 to 3 in a week. I think that will like be enough for now. Plus, like, if I can get some interviews as well with people and guests, then I'll throw them out as well. So yeah, I'm going for about 3 a week whilst we're in the situation that we're in. But yeah, if you guys want to let me know any matches from any in your house that you'd like me to do a watch along for, just email me at email@wrestleline.co.uk, and we'll get straight to it. Had loads of emails as well from you guys about crikey, that was crazy there from that shot. I like that camera being there. That was really thought out. I don't know that they did that for WrestleMania 10 if they had a camera up there like that, but pretty cool. I think they did something similar with The Rock and Triple H at SummerSlam once. I'm not sure. As we now see like Devon climbing. But yeah, I've had a lot of emails from you guys asking about WrestleMania this weekend, what I'm going to be doing and everything else. So don't forget, check out my my podcast episode with Mariah May. We kind of really go into detail previewing some of WrestleMania. But a lot of you guys have been asking me, what do I think they're going to do about the whole setup? And myself and Mariah, like, you'll have to listen to it to find out. But like, I've kind of had this other idea that I didn't really mention on the podcast, but it kind of came to me after. And I thought, what if WWE could just use a green screen and just throw up the green cloth all around? Here we go. Bang. Man, that's good. Fans proper up for it. They probably couldn't believe what they were getting here with this. I'm sure of it. This definitely woke everybody up, this match. But yeah, what if they could use green screen and just kind of like put in old images of crowds? Like, they could do it from like the old ones to the new ones and put a bit of audio on it. Like, because obviously they're going to be able to edit. It's not like they're doing it live. That would be impossible. But if they've got the talent, and I know they've got the resources, but it depends how quickly they can do it. That could be a really, really good, unique thing. I'm not sure they can, but imagine that. Green screen the whole thing. Bang. Straight on top. Nice double team there from the Hardys. I think out of all these teams, like, watching it back then, I would say I was like a Hardy Boy kind of fan. I was more into them. I liked their run with Michael Hayes when he first brought them in. I thought he was pretty cool, and I know they had like Terry Reynolds for a little while after, but yeah, I always liked the idea of the Hardys. I was never really into Edge and Christian. Like, if anything, they actually really bothered me. And obviously the Dudleys just grew on me over time, but the Hardys would have been the team I was rooting for in this one. Wow, look at that. Suplex right off the top, both of them doing it. I tell you what, there's a lot of spots in this, a lot of spots, more than I thought. They really did go for this, I tell you. But this was such a good opportunity at the time for these guys, because I think this is probably, I think Edge had been on at 98 WrestleMania. I don't know, I can't really remember, but he was definitely there at 99. So yeah, I mean, for a lot of these guys, like, this is such a big opportunity, and it really did put them on the map. There's no doubt about it. But it was good that it was these three teams, because obviously they got like a trilogy of this stuff going on. This just went on, and they had like the SummerSlam match, then they had like WrestleMania next year. It was just like perfect, really. It's kind of cool to think that like they had like back-to-back WrestleMania matches. Like, I think people forget that. I think people always think of those big main events like like Taker and Michaels happening, you know,